All right, I'm Billy Jones. I'm the Assembly member for the 115th District here in the North Country, which comprises of all of Franklin and Clinton counties, as well as parts of Essex and St. Lawrence County.
Now, when did you get into politics and why did you choose it as a career?
I've always been interested in politics, and ever since I was younger, loved current events, loved government and the inner workings of politics, but got involved in party politics probably in my late 20s, ran for mayor of Chateauguay, the big metropolis of Chateauguay, back in 2009. Then ran for county legislator, Franklin County legislator in 2011. 2010 actually was elected to start that term in 11. And then ran for this office in 16. Always been interested in politics, always been interested in being part of the community and helping the North Country grow.
Now, what does your job as an assembly consist of on a daily basis?
Oh boy, that's a loaded question. We do a lot of everything actually. I go to a lot of events. I visit a lot of constituents and businesses and organizations around the district. When we're in Albany, which is during the legislative session for half the year, we're doing budget. A lot to do that we do deals with the budget in the first part of the legislative session, and then making legislation, or we're talking to a lot of different organizations down there. A lot of people come to Albany, visit us. We're dealing with issues that go on here in my district and in the North Country, but also statewide legislative priorities. So constituent services, my office does a lot of constituent services, which is dealing with people that are having issues or problems with their daily lives. We deal with a range of A to Z on constituent services. People are having an issue, and I always tell everyone, or I tell my staff, and we talk about it all the time. People, when we get 5, 10, 15, 20 phone calls a day, we get 5, 10, 15, 30 emails a day, but we are always reminded that in that moment, that is the most important thing that that person or that family or that business or that organization is dealing with at that moment. And we take that very serious, and whether it's the first phone call of the day or the 30th phone call of the day, we respond to them and we take their inquiry, and we try to help them out in any way we can. So we are very serious about that. A lot deals with constituent services, trying to funnel their way through a state bureaucracy or a state agency, or dealing with a municipality or an organization or anything here. So I would say a lot of it is on the road. We travel around. I have one of the larger districts in the state. That's because of the ruralness, obviously, and the makeup. I have 140,000 people in my district that we deal with a lot of issues, a lot of diverse issues actually. So on any given day it can be anything, but certainly we deal with a lot of things here, whether it be legislatively, constituent services, dealing with businesses, going to events, trying to help people with whatever they're dealing with in their lives, and just getting out and being accessible to people. I feel it's very important. Now I built my career on getting out there, getting being accessible, getting to talk to people about their issues. I feel it is something that we have built in this office, and traveling around the district, traveling around the state to try to deal with people's day-to-day issues.
Now, what are your most significant political accomplishments?
Oh, well, political accomplishment, I would say being elected to this office. Actually, the first Democrat that was elected to this office in over 50 years in this district, in the North Country here. So that was an accomplishment in the northeast part of the North Country. I think there was only one other a person that's held this office for. They held it for like a term. So been elected 4 times to this office now. I think that's a very big political accomplishment. But I would say on the government side of it, I would say the biggest accomplishment is connecting with people. I don't think that can be understated, especially in this day and age. I think people want someone that isn't, yelling from this way or yelling from this way. They want somebody to talk to them right here. They want somebody to sit down, deal with their issues. We have too much of that going on, and I firmly believe that. I think we've built, my staff and I have built our reputation on actually listening to our residents and actually trying to help them with their problems or with their issues that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And there's a lot of rhetoric out there now. There's a lot of yelling from this side, yelling from that side. We just try to go right straight and try to straight down the middle and try to help people with what they're going through. And I think it's refreshing for people. I would say that is what sets us apart here.
As you know, my YouTube channel is dedicated towards veterans and sharing their stories. Can you talk about what have you done to help our local veterans?
First of all, we can't thank our veterans enough. And it's not just a thank you to them. They're looking for more and deserve more than a thank you from our community. I think we have a great area here in the North Country where we have our residents want to do whatever they can for our veterans, and that's just great. You see it here at North Country Honor Flight right outside here in the Oval. I have a great spot here. My office is, because I have that Veterans Park right there, and I see so many good things there. But I've been able to get resources for various veteran organizations, whether it be the Honor Flight, whether it be American Legions, whether it be through North Country Veterans Association, whether it's just helping them with memorials or honoring other veterans, also services, and helping their families. I think we have done a tremendous amount of work there. Still have much to do in that aspect, but I, in my office, have put veterans and the services that they so deserve for defending our country and for everything that they have done and their families have done for our country. I think we have put, I know we have put veterans at the forefront of helping them get what they so deserve from our country. And I think the North Country does a great job at that. Do we have a lot of other things to do as far as helping our veterans? We have a great program here that is in need of funding, Vets Feeding Vets. We have other services that need proper funding, and they need health, whether it be health care, connecting to other agencies, connecting to other services. We continue to do that on a daily basis to get them the benefits that they so deserve. But I think we do live in a great place. I know we live in a great place that honors our veterans and tries to help out for what they have done for our North Country and what they have done for our country, quite frankly.
What are your future intentions you have for Clinton County?
Future intentions for Clinton County, I would say, I think we're still trying to help with, I would have said a couple of years ago, honestly, to help with economic growth, and that deals with so many things when you're talking about economic growth. But I would say trying to help people connect with services, and that helps out in so many aspects, right? We have businesses and organizations and even governments now that need people. They need workers. But for that, we need the foundation here, right? We need a foundation here in Clinton County. and that deals with getting proper transportation for people, or for them to have that. Housing, which is a huge issue everywhere I go, especially in the southern part of my district, in the Adirondacks, here in Plattsburgh as well. Housing is a major, major issue. You cannot attract people to an area, or you cannot have people working in an area, whether it's in government, any organization, hospitals, schools, anything, without proper housing, without the transportation, childcare. That's another issue that we are dealing with head on. So I would say it's multifaceted, but I would say continuing to do what we do and work on workforce development, I think, has taken a multifaceted approach in getting those things behind workforce development, in housing, childcare, transportation, so that our businesses can continue to thrive here and continue to operate in the North Country is a top priority for me.
As busy as you are, you're still active and accessible within the community. How do you manage to make time for everyone in the North Country?
That's a good question. Like I was saying before, I think it's we take great pride, myself and my wonderful staff take great pride in getting out into the public, getting out into my district, visiting schools and hospitals and organizations and businesses. Does it take a lot of time? Does it take a lot of effort to do that? Absolutely. When we're dealing with other issues, whether it be legislatively, constituent services, dealing with state agencies, just trying to basically live our lives during the day. We all have families that we care about, but I ran for this office, and my team has been a major part of what we are doing, and we just try to do the best we can at it. And day after day, we get up every day. There's always a challenge, but to continue to get out there among the people that I'm so proud and happy to represent, I think we'll continue to do that. How do I make time for it? We just do it. I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you. It's hectic at times. We're running in and out. We're trying to be in different locations at one time. Can be very hectic, but we'll continue to do it. And I think that's imperative for the residents here and my constituents to continue to have faith that I'm giving 100% to them, and we'll continue to do it every day.